when we talk about leaders of the business, and I think this is perfect timing. What are some of the mindsets? What are some of the things that hold the family business back and possibly contribute to the failures, in succession planning? Tom, you want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just sort of a mentality of, all right, next gen is coming in, and let's assume they've worked hard. They may not have had a lot of that, but let's say they have. And then it's just this sort of mentality of, and I don't know that when I think about our clients that some of that next gen actually thinks this, but I don't need to learn anything more. I don't need to go to school. I don't need to, get to workshops. I don't need to whatever. So I think the biggest thing that next gen can do is just that continual drive of learn, push yourself to learn, and network your butt off. Meet with other people, meet with your generation, meet with the next gen. Keep that development so that your network keeps expanding and that network keeps helping you grow. So,
and I would add to that, I think that learning mentality, when that's held by the leaders, that makes an awful big difference. It needs to be modeled so that everybody's constantly learning and looking for, how else do we grow and how else do we change? I can't say it enough. Leaders are learners. Terry,
I want to throw something in on what Tom was saying. I wrote down challenge your assumptions. With the 5 different generations in the workplace, there is a bandwidth of knowledge that needs to be tapped into, and it can't go to the grave with the elder generation. That stuff needs to be documented somehow, whether it do it video or audio or scrapbooks or whatever. That part of what the family dynamics is all about, what their story happens to be, and uncover any of those secrets that might be conditionally holding the family back from their own greatness. I think that challenging those assumptions is critical, and being a lifelong learner, just being open to, wow, we had never thought of it that way, and how do we start to explore something completely new that is going to let us tack our business out into cleaner waters that we can dominate that market. And I think that's critically important here is really challenge what worked before might not take you to where you want to go.
Yeah, and I think I would add to that, again, thinking about me and my father, when we started talking about doing growth planning for businesses and helping them to create strategy, his answer was, that's not what we do. We help, they figure out how to grow the money, make the money, and then we'll invest it for them, and we'll do the estate plan. And, the family that we served, he served mom and dad, and then the 3 siblings. And when I came in, we're just in the process of moving from the 3 siblings to the 6 cousins, and what we said was, their concern was, we've been doing the same level of revenue and it's fed our 3 families fine. But how do we feed all of these if they all want the same lifestyle that we had? There's only one way that you do that, is you grow it. And thank goodness that, we did. They went from 10 million to they're almost at 40 million in the last 3 years. And all that was is they changed their assumptions, Terry, just like you said, and they challenged them. G2 said to me, we will never be a $20 million company. I will eat my shirt if you think you're going to double revenues in the next 3 years. We more than doubled revenues in that time frame. And that's it's like you said, just changing the dynamic of how they thought. The G3 did not have the same hangups that G2 did. So the question that I was asking earlier, what are some of the mindsets that are holding family business leaders back? It's that, well, we've always done it this way. There's one of the big ones, you know, and not challenging yourself.